Today I've got a thrift haul and thrift with me video. We have had a lot of big decisions in our family, which I'll talk about more in today's video. And I'll also share how I've gotten a little bit more excited for Christmas, even though I started off being a little bit stressed about it, honestly. So let's jump right in. We're going to be going to a few different thrift stores, and I'm sharing with you the finds from thrift stores and antique stores that I have been collecting all year in anticipation for this year's Christmas decor. I loved the greenery of this wreath and the garland that you'll see next. However, these were priced so high. I think both of these were over $20, which you can pretty much just get that new, I think. I really like the long needles on these and the pine cones. I think they look much more authentic than just like the plastic ones. And these are the type of items that I think are very timeless. You can continue to use them for years and years to come, even if your style changes a little bit. I'm putting the location of the stores on the screen here, as you'll see, because one of y'all actually introduced me to this one, Red, White, and Blue in Tampa. And thank you so much, because yeah, this place was really awesome. It had like an overwhelming amount of things. And then the next clips are actually down in Bradenton. My parents came down for the weekend, and so my mom and I got out and went thrifting together, and she actually had some really good insight. She knows more about like collectibles and that kind of things. So I will share those things with y'all once we get there. Oh, it sings. I turned down these little tiny wreaths, and I kind of regret it. I didn't get them because I wasn't sure about the apples, but they would be really sweet just hung on picture frames, like over them. I've seen that done with velvet, and I think it looks really nice. I was very surprised how much Christmas this store had. This area is mostly like a retirement community, so I guess that might be why, because there was so many Christmas ornaments, Christmas toppers, and nativity scenes, everything that you could imagine here.
This boat is really pretty.
It's a cute set.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
It's all of that for 15?
This is a knockoff. Pretty sure it's a knockoff.
Oh.
Yeah.
The ornaments are cute too. I really loved these Christmas plates. They remind me of something you might see in Anthropology, but this one was 1980, and then the one that's behind it is 1974. Took me a second to figure out what these cookie cutters were, but they, I guess, are to make two together and then you stick them together so that they'll be 3D standing trees and stuff. And I thought that was so cute and would be a really good idea to do with kids.
Let's do this haul. I have an entire basket of stuff, so I need to not ramble for a few reasons. One, because as you can probably hear, I'm still getting over my sore throat. It's just that season in our family right now. I have a huge basket here and I know I'm not gonna get through it before nap time is over if I don't hustle through this. So let's jump right in. All right, y'all, I just grabbed a cough drop and this basket, I'm not kidding. The first thing I'm gonna show you is this candle. My mom actually spotted this one and it says it's solid brass candlestick holder. It definitely looks like vintage to me and it's really tarnished. I definitely need to give it a good polish. I'm gonna use Barkeeper's Friend. If anyone knows something that I should use that is not that, let me know. But I've heard that that works really well on brass. The picture is like super shiny and beautiful over there. And I just think this will be beautiful with some white candles on it, just like dripping the wax down all over it. I'm pumped for this item. So this one I found at the Goodwill bins. It is just a tiny little star. I also found this at the Goodwill bins. It's just a simple little ornament, but it was like super light, so it was like practically free. I especially thought it looked very vintagey with like how long it is. I love the shape. I wish I could have found like more of these. That would be awesome. And then this one I thought looked a little bit like Scandinavian in a way. I just love stars in Christmas. I think it has like beautiful Christian roots, of course, but also my grandmother always decorated with a lot of stars. Reminds me of her decorating in her home, and I think I'll probably use this as a candle base. I think it would add a good little layer for things. This is something that I got like forever ago actually at the Goodwill bins, and it is these doilies. So I found like an entire stack of these beautiful lace doilies. I think this is cotton lace, like it's not the really thin one. I don't like that type of lace, but I really like this type where it's really chunky and everything. And I found a huge stack of them. This is only probably less than half of them. The other ones my mom has, and she actually turned it into the same thing that I did, which is a banner. We just folded it and then sewed the little corners together and then added a grosgrain ribbon on the side, like a velvet ribbon would look really beautiful as well. I grabbed this and thought it might look really beautiful going up our stairwell. Wow, we sound fancy. Our staircase on the banister or something like that. This could be used in many different seasons. I actually pulled it out for Easter last year and had it out as like some of my fancy Easter decor. But I hadn't shown you all this and I wanted to give you that idea if you ever come across doily. I bought this on accident, so I'll insert a clip of what I actually bought, which was a wreath that had this on it. And I needed the wreath to make our Halloween costumes. I needed like the hay from it, but it also had this attached to it, and yeah, so I guess I have this now. I really like the red berries. I'm not crazy about the leaves, but I have a round mirror in our entryway, and I've seen a lot of people doing like a half garland around that, and I think it looks really nice, so I might try to use this for that. That entire wreath was $2, I believe, which is funny because this by itself had a tag of $5. So someone like did a DIY and like made this wreath and like devalued this, which is kind of sad. I wonder if my DIYs will end up like that one day. It also came with some velvet ribbon. It's definitely not like good high quality ribbon. Velvet can like look really good, I think, if it's like slouchy and thick, or it can look pretty like cheap, like you got it at the dollar store. And this one is more towards the cheap side. But I was thinking maybe I could use it for presents or something. So that wreath will get used in some capacity. All right, I'm gonna save my favorite item for last, but this one is pretty cool. It's up there. So I found this little Currier and Ives mug. I actually don't have any of this old dinnerware. I bought this to drink coffee out of, but then I got like nervous that this isn't safe. I definitely wouldn't give it to like my kids or anything, but does this have lead? If you guys know, let me know. Do you all eat off of your curriers and knives? I know a lot of people talk about it on YouTube and everything. I've seen people buy it, but do people actually eat off of it, or is it just a decor element? This one was only 50 cents, so I thought it was a good deal. I don't know, you can let me know if you think that's a good deal. Speaking of mugs, I also got this set of mugs. I really wanted a set of mugs that we could all use as a family. Well, not Benjamin, for hot chocolate, me for coffee or anything. And I found these little whimsical ones that I thought were really sweet. They definitely need a good wash. They have just little vintage scenes, cute stuff. Cute stuff that we don't have in Florida, but that's okay. We're still going on with it. I can just put them back into this box, honestly, for next year. That's always my fear with like buying a lot of Christmas items, is I just think about how I'm gonna store it, because we don't have a lot of storage. So everything is like, it needs to compress a lot or be like very contained in here. So this set was the joy of Christmas. I don't know how old this is or anything, but it was $2 for these 4 mugs. I purchased these a while ago, but with the intent of them being for Christmas. I mean, they could be used throughout the year, but they do have like little holly leaves with little berries on them. I love having most of my Christmas decor to be very neutral whites and creams, and then have the accents as red and then greenery as the green. I think that makes it just look more simple, less cluttered in my home that is pretty cluttered with children's toys. This makes it look more put together. I don't know, that's my opinion. These, I believe, were $4 a piece, which is a little bit much, but I think they're really good quality. They're like super, super heavy. I should probably use these. Just kidding. I found some candlesticks. These were from Threshold, so Target brand. They were $1.50 for a set of 2. I like the red, the deep, deep red color. Goal is to actually burn these, because I always forget to burn my candles. So I have a few more home decor stuff, as well as some clothing, Christmas clothing, but I do have some DIY supplies. So I found these pipe cleaners, and I know it's kind of a weird thing to buy, but they are like really high quality pipe cleaners. They are these old, I think these are old, they must be, oh, they're kind of shedding a little bit, but they're very like furry, but then they have little red like dots, specks in them, and I got this entire bag here for $1. So I thought that we could use these for some DIYs. I have some in mind, specifically things to do with my kids to make it really special for them. We're pretty tight financially this year, but our time, I can give that to them. I can give that to them so freely. So that is what I want to like focus on this season. I'm rambling, let's continue. All right, so I found this for my husband. This was definitely a splurge. I'm ridiculous. This was $8. Men's stuff is hard to find. This is just like so him. He actually has this one, the same like brand, and like a volcano one that he wore to Gideon's dinosaur birthday party. And then he just like continues to wear it to church, which is fine, it's great. But we do live in Florida, so we don't really wear like Christmas sweaters, but something like this will definitely get a lot of good use for him, and it's navy blue, which you know I love in our family. But for myself, I showed this one to my husband thinking that he was going to hate it and think I was just like, had gone way too far. Like I just aged myself 50 years or something, but he thought it was kind of cute. So I found this apron for myself, and it is definitely handmade, which you know I'm a sucker for, and it has the rickrack, this really cute like cotton lace and little Christmas trees, and I just thought it was so cute with the pockets and everything. I wear aprons all the time. I mean, they're so practical. I don't know why we don't all wear aprons. Everyone should start wearing an apron, especially like having pockets. Girl stuff just doesn't have pockets oftentimes, and then I'm not changing my clothing all the time or ruining my clothing as frequently. So I found this, I totally forgot. These were 50 cents, these little bells. I plan to use these for a DIY, but I'm thinking I'm gonna probably use like rub and buff on them to make them gold, because right now they're just like this, simple silver. A video coming up soon on some easy DIY gift ideas. Let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing that one. But next up, I have this table runner. It is just white. It's not specifically Christmas, I guess. This one was $2, and it's just like that quilted kind of material, and I really, really liked this scalloped edge to it. I'm going to be decorating after Thanksgiving, and so I will share that with y'all when I get to it. Now for my favorite item, hold on, let me unwrap it. Found this tree. For growing up, we had the little like snow people. They probably have a name. Mom, you'll have to tell me below. Had the same texture on them, and so when I saw this, I had to grab it. It was $3 for this. So I was just getting our addresses ready for, sending out Christmas cards and cleaning our house and putting away things, pulling out new things, getting ready for Christmas. And I was feeling a bit of dread about it, honestly. And I bring this up because I hope that someone else can relate to this, and hopefully it kind of encourages y'all. But it reminded me a lot of getting ready for having a baby. Like, we did the exact same things. We gathered addresses to send out baby invitations. We had to get everything ready. And it's the same thing with getting ready for Christmas, which is the birth of Jesus, which is something that is central to my family and my faith. I thought that was kind of funny. It gave me some perspective on this season and helped me get a little bit more excited for it. I'm definitely a little bit overwhelmed by everything that's going on right now. We have a lot of big decisions in our family, which hopefully I can share about sometime soon. For now, I've just been trying to simplify our life as a family, keep everything really peaceful in our home, just kind of mitigate any change. Getting ready for Christmas seemed like an additional thing we had to do. But I realized that the most important thing that I can do is create space so that we have that time to welcome in a new life, Jesus's life, what he wants, his will for me and will for our family. So I know by saying this, I might lose followers, or y'all might not care about this, but I want to make sure that what I'm doing here on YouTube is encouraging hearts and is not just more noise to your day. I hope that you leave my channel feeling encouraged and inspired. In this Christmas season, I'm going to be reading Luke, just there's 24 chapters in it, so it's very easy to just do one chapter a day. So I'm doing that with some friends. That's something you can do to just learn more about Jesus. We're also going to be watching The Chosen, which is a really popular TV show about Jesus. If you all interested into that, it might just be something to add into your family routine, your tradition, to help prepare your heart a little bit. Anyway, I'm done. I hear a little guy stirring up there, so I'm gonna run off, but I hope y'all enjoyed this thrift haul here, and I'm gonna go get another cough drop. All right, if y'all enjoyed this one, check out my last thrift haul, which I will link down below, and I will see you all next week. Have a blessed one. Bye.